Just a fair warning, this review contains spoilers. If you have not seen Dragon Ball Super Broly, I suggest you watch the movie first before watching this video.
I'll make sure your death is slow and painful.
Good morning, evening, people. This is Panther the Rankin, and I decided to do a special video today. Well, not really much of a video, but more of, I don't know, a podcast or something like that. But a couple days ago, I went to see the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly, and it was the best thing I ever watched. I'm like in awe of how amazing the movie was. So I wanted to have a little talk about the differences between the original Broly and the Super version, and how it's also better than the original. There's like a ton of differences that I saw in the movie. Like, first of all, the beginning, like the beginning arc, like it took, like, there's the movie Broly, not Broly, but Bardock, the father of Goku. They changed that completely. Like, they took what was from the manga Dragon Ball Minus, which I never read before, but I heard a lot about. And originally, in the original Bardock movie, Bardock ended up getting psychic powers, which gave him the ability to see the fate of his home planet, Vegeta. And in the new Broly movie, Bardock just had a hunch that Frieza, who ended up being the new captain of the Frieza Force, which was formerly the Cold Force, since his father, King Cold, ended up retiring and having his son take over. Broly realized, I mean, not Broly, but Bardock realized there was something not right about Frieza, and knew that eventually he's gonna end up taking the planet down and all of the said inhabitants, because of this legend about a Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God. So, like, well, his son Goku, who was named Kakarot during the time. He was actually sent to planet Earth as a baby to conquer it in the original movie, but Goku's father had a hunch that if the planet was going to be blown up, he didn't want his son to be harmed, so they sent Goku to planet Earth because they said it's a lot peaceful and there's not much threats there. So, and this is also the first time I ever saw Goku's mom, Gine, I believe it was. Sorry, I'll correct it if I'm wrong, but that was a really interesting scene. What else? I'm just thinking off the top of my head about a bunch of differences and how this movie is better, how the new movie was better. What else? Oh yeah, and there's we also got to see for the first time Raditz as a child, so that was interesting. But yeah, and then there's Paragus and Broly's father Paragus. He's like a lot different. He's well, not much different, but at the same time somewhat different. He was really obsessed with revenge, so he used his son as a tool instead of being a father, because King Vegeta sent his son Broly to a planet Vampa, I believe, because of his power level being too high, and thinking he might be a threat to all mankind. But in reality, I think he was just jealous because a commoner was more powerful than his son. So yeah, there's that. Sorry, I'm thinking. I really should have scripted this. I'm thinking off the top of my head, but yeah, they sent Broly to planet Vampa, and his father went after him, only to have them both stranded on the planet for practically 40 years. So his father Paragus, obsessed with revenge, trained him to be a tool of vengeance instead of raising him like a father. I mean, it's a huge difference between the original movie where Broly's rage is just because of Kakarot crying too much. So the new one makes a whole lot of sense, and I like that one a whole lot better. So yeah, when Broly was a child, he tried to make friends, but with like this weasel monster that ate bugs. I think his name was Ba, but his father was like, he's not to make friends because it would like interfere with his training, which was really messed up. And he shot the poor animal's ear off, and which Broly kept as like a memento. Sorry, like I said, I'm thinking off the top of my head of how, so many differences and why I love this movie so much. What else? Just give me a second. Oh yeah. Another thing I liked is how Vegeta was a lot more involved in the movie. Because he was like totally fangasming of how Broly is a lot more powerful in the original. When Vegeta actually just fought him without hesitation because he really enjoyed the challenge. That was awesome. And we got to see Vegeta as a Super Saiyan God for the first time, which I thought was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And of course, I like Frieza's motive of using the Dragon Balls, not for immortality or having an indestructible body, but for wishing to be slightly taller. So that was a bit funny, but more on that later. Well, more about the scenes with Frieza later. Oh my gosh, there's so much things about this movie that I liked. That it was just great. I enjoyed it a lot. The scenes, the visuals, it was amazing. Especially that part where Goku and Broly were fighting in the lava. It was awesome. I don't have words to describe it, but there was a lot of good humor on there too. Also, another difference is Paragus' death in the movie. How in the original Broly ended up crushing Paragus, but Frieza ended up doing the deed by oh my gosh, by shooting Paragus in the heart and then doing this best Oscar performance, saying, "Oh my gosh, Broly, a horrible laser, it's killed your father." That's awesome. I mean, it was like a jerk move at first, but at least Frieza guys come up and oh my gosh, the part where Goku and Vegeta ended up using instant transmission to get away, well, not get away from Frieza, but end up luring Broly towards Frieza, and Frieza beats the ever-loving crap out of him. I mean, not Frieza, but Broly beats the ever-loving crap out of Frieza for an hour while the two of them practice their fusion technique. But yeah. Oh, there's also the rebels of the Frieza voice, Chilai and Limon, if I pronounce the other guy's name. But yeah, they played an important role too. What else? Well, I could describe more on how they played the role, but I think Chilai had to take a liking to Broly because he realized how he was really badly abused as a child. Especially when Broly had that collar around him, which Paragus used to shock him and keep him under control, which is really messed up. But yeah, I like how she cleverly stole the remote from Paragus. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Well, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but it's a really great movie. I really liked it. I recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you watch it too. But yeah, I won't say too much because I want to give out spoilers for those if I haven't already. Haven't given out spoilers for those who haven't seen it yet. I'll probably give like a disclaimer at the beginning of the video before I post it. But yeah, I like the movie. It was great, and I like how they actually made Broly canon to the Dragon Ball universe as well. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts about the movie. It's amazing, and I highly recommend you watch it. But I guess that'll be it for now. If you like what you saw, leave a like and a dislike, and if you're new to the channel, you don't have to subscribe, but it'd be cool if you did. And with that said, this is Panther Rankin saying wherever you are, good day and good night.